Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, you know, better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. Come with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Okay, here we go. Today, folks, this is a good one because today I want to share with you something that affects every living soul. And that one thing is your attitude. This affects everyone. It is your attitude. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but I mean, many of you who listen know this, but there are a lot of people who don't understand. A positive attitude can bring about a change. A positive attitude can bring about a change. Well, now here we go with the naysayers. Well, Steve, what you mean if I'm just positive being changed? My mama gone. What me being positive got to do with that? Okay, now listen to me carefully. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, okay, Steve, I hear you saying that, but they done fired me. So now what does my having a positive attitude have to do with the fact that they fired me? Well, one more time. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, Steve, I sat up in here and gave 8, 9, 12 years of my life to this man, and he cheated on me and walked out. Now, what does me being positive have to do with him cheating on me? How that's going to change that? Okay, here we go again. A positive attitude can bring about change. Now, listen to the whole thing now. The positive attitude and the change that can happen this is the start. It starts within you. See, life is 10% what happens, is 90% what you do about what happens. Okay, you gave 12 years of your life to this man. He cheated and left you holding the bag, the kids and everything. Now, what does being positive have to do with changing that? Or they came in and they fired you. You lost your job that you was a stellar performer at. But now how does you having a positive attitude, how does that change things for you? So far, we can use any example. Here's what happens. When you have a positive attitude, what it produces within you is a positive approach to life. And when you have a positive attitude and a positive approach to life, it causes you to be optimistic, to have a positive outlook, to expect things to eventually turn around and turn into a positive. That's very important because as the law of attraction comes into play, if you think positive thoughts, you attract positive things. If you think evil thoughts, you attract evil to you. You know, if you want for nothing, then nothing comes your way. If you want for positive attitude, if you want for positive results, if you want for a great outcome, that's what you attract to you. The change will begin within you. So let's take the man that walked out your life and left you holding the bag. Here's a positive attitude. Okay, two things have happened that's positive here. Number one, you've ridded yourself of someone who is obviously going to be, if not already, been toxic in your life. Caused you many restless nights, a lot of uncomfortable feelings and uneasiness, not sure, insecurity. You've been going through it with this person, whoever they are. Number one, that person has been released from your life. Number two, it allows you now to have the someone who will treat you just the way you want to be treated. That's the positive outlook. That's the optimistic way. That's when you're a positive person, you see the positive in things that happen to you instead of burying yourself under the what's wrong with it, or oh, woe is me now concept. See, a positive attitude, when they came in there and they fired you and let you go, could this not have been just the opening you needed to finally start on a new career path that you've been talking about doing anyway? Could it possibly be a brand new chance for you to get the dream job or dream career of your choice? Could it not possibly be the perfect opportunity now for you to finally do something about that gift, about that talent that God gave you, that thing that you love to do? Could it not be the perfect time for you to pursue that? But if you don't have a positive attitude, then you lay there. Oh, they finna come get my house. Oh, what I'm gonna do now? Oh, this unemployment ain't enough. Oh, Lord, when this unemployment run out, what am I gonna do then? I won't have nothing. And you, oh, woe is me, until you become, oh, woe is me. But if you take it from the positive approach, some amazing things can happen in your life. I would tell you on a personal note that some of the best changes, some of the biggest moments in my life came after a loss. So I don't want to go down the list, but boy, I could tell you, let me tell you something. When they didn't want me on the radio anymore in LA, when they was sick of the way I did radio out there, and they wanted me gone. And on May 23rd, 2005, when my deal was done with the Beat out in LA, okay, look what happened though. Yeah, I was gone in May, but in September 19th, I started the Steve Harvey Radio Network with 4 cities. You see, but I didn't go, oh, woe is me. I said, oh, okay, God must have something else for me then. Because if he didn't remove me from this, there must be something else. Same thing can happen when you lose and you break up in a relationship. Same thing can happen to you. You never know the one God got for you. Now here you go. Here you go again. Now you get put into a situation where somebody treats you just the way you want to be treated, provide you with a whole lot of aspects of your life you knew nothing about prior to that. But you got to stay positive. If you stay positive, that positive attitude, that optimistic outlook, that always thinking, God got me no matter what happened to me. Some amazing things will happen in your life. It's a fact. I don't know how it works that way. I just know that's what it is. Positive attitude is everything, y'all. So get off the old woe is me negativity train, because it ain't going to take you nowhere but down. And get your outlook up. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. Altitude is determined by your attitude. How high you go, how big you become, how far you go. It all depends on how you think. It all depends on what type of attitude you got. Ain't no very, very successful super negative people. It just doesn't coincide that way. If you see that, something happened to them along the way, and don't worry, you ain't got to worry about it because you ain't going to see them long, because you can't stay up there like that. It's just too hard. All right? That's the conversation.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your undivided attention, please. This right now currently is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Today's show is dedicated to people who are trying to improve their situation. This is only for people who are trying to improve your situation. If you're not trying to improve your situation, this ain't the show for you. Ladies and gentlemen, on and cracking, Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning. This show is for me. Good morning, Steve.
Carla Farrell.
Ooh, this entire show is for me. What's happening, crew? Good morning.
Junior boy.
Morning, Unc. Need everything in this one.
Every last one of them. Nephew Tommy.
Come on, baby. Tell them haters y'all can go to hell.
Well, might
Oh,
well
I
say
can't
that.
stand haters, man.
Hey,
I
hey,
can't
hey.
stand.
Tommy, you ain't got to send them to hell. They ain't going to heaven with all that mess.
Haters make you greater, I thought.
I know, Shirley. I just can't stand it. Why
Motivation,
hard?
nephew.
Huh?
I ain't even going to lie, though, Tommy. They get on your nerves, though, don't they?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
can't do
Now.
anything without them saying something. Why are you doing that? Who told you to do that? Were you?
You think that's a good move?
That's what you gonna wear today?
Yeah. No, I got
Well,
it
sometimes.
on.
Yeah,
No, this ain't what I'm going to wear. I actually have it on. And this little non-voter confidence is not helping me out at all.
Oh, that's your car. I thought you had another car. That's what you're driving. Okay.
Damn, that's all you driving?
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
But I'm driving, though.
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Yeah.
Your house ain't the same
Yeah.
size as Denzel. No.
Denzel.
No. Yeah, I got news for you. Most
Washington?
people ain't either. Yeah. I got news for you. Yeah. It's hard to beat Tyler's house, Eddie's house, Oprah's house. Here's a list of people you ain't gonna have a bigger house there.
Yeah.
But is the house you got, is it happy when you walk in it?
Thank you.
Damn.
That's what really matters.
And this is, you mentioned Eddie Murphy, Steve. This is all love right here. You guys have got to see Dolomite Is My Name on Netflix, starring the one and
told me
only
to watch
Eddie
it.
Murphy.
He
Yes.
told me to watch. I ain't had time. So
You got to check it out.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, yeah. We got to show Eddie and the crew some love. Absolutely.
was it
Wait,
good though,
watch it
Shirley?
this weekend.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, especially if you're a Dolomite fan. You find out all about Dolomite and, what made him Dolomite, where he got it from, why he wanted to be Dolomite, his relationship with his father. It's a good movie.
Rudy
It's a
Ray
good
Moore,
story.
huh?
Rudy Ray Moore. Yep.
Is it a comedy?
Well, when he's on stage, it's a comedy, but it's about his life. So, how life isn't funny all the time.
Don't be funny at all.
Yeah.
As funny as I have been, I have had some seriously non-funny moments.
Yeah, that's where the comedy came from, huh?
Yeah, could have done without it though. Wasn't trying to be that damn funny.
Okay.
Coming up at 32 after the hour, she is here, ladies and gentlemen. Sister Odell will be in the building
Lord
right after this.
Sure will.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, she is here. Our girl, Sister Odell. You hear her? You hear her in the background? She's coming. She's coming.
She's making her way up to the mic.
Right there.
I don't know why she isn't at the mic when we announce her, though,
But she don't move as fast
as she used to. Here she comes. Better be quiet.
Ooh, something.
What is she singing?
Got a hold of me.
She way back there.
I know. Come on.
And I'm so glad.
Does
Here
she
she
know we
comes.
introduced?
All right, here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Sister
My
Odell.
Lord. They know it's me, sweetie. How's everybody doing this morning?
Morning, sister.
Morning, Sister Odell.
Beautiful. Hey, Carly.
Waiting on you.
Hey, Sister Odell. How you
Good. Hey, Junior.
Morning, Sister Odell.
Good. Hi, boy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good
That's
morning.
good. Hey, Shirley.
Hello, Sister Odell. Hello.
Good. God bless all of y'all. What's going on today?
Well,
God bless you too.
yeah, thank you for that blessing. That's very
God is
sweet.
good. Ha! God is good.
Yes, ma'am, he is.
You catch
Well-
it anytime, don't you?
Yeah, God, he'll get to you anytime.
Well,
You
I
better
hear
talk,
the
Sister Odell.
I hear the excitement in your voice, Sister Odell. You know, tomorrow's a big day.
Mm-hmm.
It's the big day. It's going to be in theaters everywhere, hopefully.
Well, what did you talk about, sweetie?
Harriet, the movie, comes
Girl.
out.
Girl, I didn't know what you was talking
Tomorrow.
about. 'Cause to me, it's been out. Y'all waiting on the movie.
He said to me,
I
it
was
been
there.
out.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all waiting on the movie. It's a movie to y'all. It's a memory to me.
Not a documentary.
Hell no, Jesus. Coming out. See, they're going to find out by my girl Harriet how cold she was.
Oh,
She was
yes,
something
ma'am.
else.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
Harriet,
ma'am.
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
I can't
You ought to give us
ain't
one of
lose
your.
a
You ought to
passenger.
give us one of your memories.
What you
Ain't
say,
no-
Tommy?
I said, Miss Sister Odell, if you don't mind, you ought to give us one of your memories with Miss Harriet.
Well, one time, me and Harriet was, we were rolling. We were rolling deep one night, and she asked me to make a run with her. Now when she said run, it was cold.
Uh-huh.
That was a cold word. Make a run with me. Me, we was finna go pick up some Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
And
going-
head
You
north
said cold
with 'em.
word. We knew. Yeah.
So what we had to do, we had to leave Cleveland and travel down south, pick them up, then come out.
Cleveland.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we had went we was up far north as we could go. Wasn't nothing but water after that. And
Yes,
one
ma'am.
night we went down there and we had picked up 8 passengers on the underground, and we was heading back. And one of the men just got scared. He said, "Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go back now."
He said,
Harriet
what,
said-
Sister Odell? He said,
He said, "Oh, I think I was gonna have to go back now." And Harriet looked at him and said, "What did your punk ass just say?"
No, she did.
And then he said,
She did.
I'm scared, Miss Harriet. I was about to go back now. And all you heard was, she had that 45,
oh.
She
yeah.
cocked
ma'am.
it.
Uh-huh.
She said, turn around if you want to.
Mm.
You got one hole in your ass.
This is what Miss Harriet said to him?
Told him just like that, because when we was on the underground doing our work, we
Yes,
wasn't
ma'am.
trying
Yes,
to be
ma'am.
Christians. We was
Oh.
gangsters.
Not gangsters. Not OGs.
You know?
No time to be a Christian.
You know what? Because they used to talk about us, too. We had a cold nickname. Because they would say, here come Ho-Ho now. And Ho-Ho was for Harriet and Odell. But you had to say Ho-Ho, because if you cut it short, that'll get you shot, too.
Oh, no.
Yes, ma'am.
Bust a cap right in you. Now, here come Ho-Ho. They knew that was short for Harriet and Odell. And that's how we roll. That's one of the memories. Now, that's going to be in the movie.
Oh,
Unless
that's
they
so
cut
interesting.
it.
I was going to ask you, is someone going to be
Ho-ho.
playing you in the movie Harriet? I was going to ask you
Because I'm
that,
still
Sister
living.
Yes, ma'am.
This movie
They coulda
features just
casted
dead
you.
people.
Oh. Thank you for clearing that up,
You
Sister
can't
Odell.
cast me because I'm still living. What you ain't finna do is have a ghost of me walking around.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But,
Well,
but you
I got a question for you too, Sister Odell.
Uh-huh.
Finish.
Go ahead.
Well, it's off subject. If you were finished talking about Harriet, it
I'm
was
through,
off
baby.
subject.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. So tomorrow's Halloween. Sister Odell, you doing something for the kids, trick or treat?
I don't fool with that. That's a devil. That's a devil holiday.
all right,
Ghosts and
You don't have
goblins, don't
candy?
nobody do that.
No
Come
candy
up to
for
my
the
house
kids?
and
Sister
come up to
Odell,
my
it's
house
like,
and holler boo if you want to.
but
So
it's,
you don't
it's
get
like,
nothing for the kids, anything? No
yes,
candy?
like
We
one of
had
the
something
biggest
at
holidays.
the church.
Uh-huh.
What is the big holiday to who, Shirley? It's a
Well,
big
I'm just-
holiday to
to
white
children.
folks.
I'm just, yeah.
No, to kids.
All right, Sister
Well,
Odell,
it's
tell us how
moved
you
up
really
Let's
on
feel.
the
just keep it
list.
100.
Yeah.
Black people ain't ever needed Halloween. Hell, we live in Halloween.
You ain't lying.
It's Halloween, December, January, June, and all. Boo. Yeah, oh, I'm scared. Halloween is for white folk. They always want to dress up and make believe something.
Uh-huh.
What we got to dress up and make believe? We got to make believe like we got enough to eat. Then we got to make believe like we got rent money. Then we got to make believe like these licenses on. No good hell where your license on. We got to make believe like these candles is plenty light. We don't like make believe.
We don't do that. We don't do
Halloween is for white folk.
So you're not going to dress up or anything?
What is I'm going to dress up as? The Lord says, come as you are. It don't say dress up and be somebody else. Know your scriptures. Know your scriptures.
Yes, ma'am.
do Halloween.
We're doing nothing. We having something for the kids down up at the church. They can come down here.
All right, thank you, Sister Odell. We got to get out of here because Nephew Tommy is coming up next with Run That Prank Back. Right
I'm going to introduce
this.
your pranks for you, too, Thomas.
Thank you, Sister Odell.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news and national news, as a horrific California fires rage on, we definitely are praying for our neighbors in Northern and Southern California. Wow. Also in entertainment news, Take to the Skies with Kanye West and James Corden with Airpool karaoke. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour. But right now, the nephew is here with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
You hit
Shirley,
my car.
Hold on, boy, Shirley.
Oh, that's right. You did say you were going to do that, Sister Odell.
I know you heard me, sweetie. Everyone
Well, I heard you. Yeah, I did hear you.
But you did it anyway?
Well, no, I just forgot, Sister Odell. I apologize.
Well, I guess if I bring that up, I guess I'm being touchy-tooty.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Just
No, ma'am.
reminding you what you said, sweetie.
Yes,
Why did
ma'am,
you do
I
it,
did.
Shirley?
That's the question, Tom.
I said why I did it. I forgot.
You forgot.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, look who's forgetting things.
Well,
kinda.
since
Didn't
you're
I
here,
just
take
say
it away.
last break I'm too old to be wasting time? Well, I guess I ain't the only ones then. Don't sound like you got much time to waste either, because you're starting to get forgetful.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you
All
say,
righty,
Sister
sweetie.
Odell.
Ladies
wanna-
and gentlemen, without further ado, the king of pranks. The boy's the best at it, and this is the only thing he good at. So pay close attention. Go ahead, Tommy.
Sure you want her to
You hit my
introduce you?
car. You hit my car. Let's go, Cat.
So you waste that and have Raymond noodles all over the place. Hello?
I'm trying to speak to Adele.
This is she.
Do you live in apartment number 78?
That depends on who asking.
My name is Herman Wells. I live in building 3, apartment 105. Do you live in apartment number 78?
What you want with where I live?
Look, ma'am, do you drive a Camry, a Toyota Camry, a light blue one?
Yes.
All right. Your next door neighbor then told me that you ran into my car. I got a Benz, a black one, a 2005 C240. Now, I got light blue scratches on my...
Wait. My neighbor told you what?
Your neighbor, matter of fact, his name is Brian Kendall. I
You
talked
mean
to...
the cross-eyed motherfucker live across the hall?
The what?
The cross-eyed motherfucker that live across the hall told you what?
Man, listen. All I know is he say he live in apartment 80. He live next door to you. You live in supposedly apartment 78 right here in Cambridge Court Apartments. Now, all I'm saying is he told me your car, which is the light blue car, backed into my car. Now, I ain't trying to create no problem, but somebody got to fix my car. Now, I got light blue scratches on my Benz.
Last I checked, my light blue Camry wasn't the only light blue Camry they made.
Ma'am, you the only light blue car in the parking lot. Ain't no even
I'm the only light blue car in the parking lot right now. I ain't gonna say I've been the only light blue car in the damn parking lot.
Ma'am, I'm not.
Look, and I'm in the middle of watching TV. What can I do for you?
What you mean? What can you do for me? You didn't hit my car. Now
I ain't touched your damn car. If you got some cameras out in this parking lot that saw me hit your car?
No, I don't have no cameras, but at
Well,
least...
then, I believe this conversation is over. And I don't give a damn what the cross-eyed man across the hall told you.
Look, let me tell you something. You didn't hit my car. Now you going to sit up and act like you ain't...
Hold on, player. Is you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at you, but you didn't hit my car. You the
I
only
ain't
light.
touched your damn
Ma'am,
car.
you the
Say
only
again.
light blue car in the parking lot.
I'm the only light blue car in the parking lot now. And as a matter of fact, my car ain't even in the parking lot. My sister borrowed my car to go to the store.
Well, is it possible that your sister is the one that hit my car?
Now, what?
Okay, is your sister, when is she coming back? Maybe she hit my car and didn't tell you she hit my car.
No, she ain't hit your car. She ain't hit your car because she would have told me she hit your goddamn car. Look, I said ain't nobody hit your damn car. My car ain't got no damn scratches on it.
What you ain't
So
gonna
if
be
my
doing
car
is
ain't
sitting
got
here
no damn
cussing at me,
scratches on
though.
it, Then
You
I
ain't
don't give a what kind of scratches you got on your car, but I can't do a damn thing about it. And even if you did, let me just be clear. I ain't got no insurance, no way. So I can't do nothing for you.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you something.
You ain't got to tell me You ain't got to tell me a thing. And as far as I'm concerned, this conversation is over.
Wait a minute, let me ask you. Heifer hung up. Call her back.
Mister, you act like I ain't got
You
call
gonna
ID
pay for
and I
these
don't know
scratches
this
on my car. I got
calling me. I'm not gonna pay
$3,500
for a
worth of
damn
scratches
thing.
on my car,
I
and
don't
you.
give a about no. You had them scratches on your car already, and you ain't finna use me as no excuse to get you no new paint.
I ain't had no scratches already on my car.
Oh yeah, you had them. Oh yeah, you had them.
No, I did
that's
not.
What I'm gonna tell the insurance adjuster if he come over here. Nah, cause you gonna be using your insurance. I done already told you I ain't got none.
Look, lady, don't make me come over to your apartment number 78.
I'm standing in the door. I'm on my way to the door now. I'm standing in the door. Come on. Come on.
Look, I got $3,500 worth of scratches on my car that you need to pay for. You the
know
only
what? My
only
car
light
ain't
blue.
even worth $3,500. So you already doing better than me.
What?
What? Look, I done already told you. I'm tired of talking to you. I'm watching TV, and you ain't got else to talk to me about.
I need to talk to you about this car. Lady,
I'm not
listen.
fixing your car.
I got 35.
I didn't touch your car. My car ain't bumped up against your car. I ain't even parked next to no BMWs lately.
It's a Benz.
What the hell ever?
It's a Benz C240, a black.
I don't give a damn if it's a Benz 777. I can't help you.
They don't make a 770.
I don't give a damn.
Lady, look, you know what? Can I say something to you?
No, you can't say a You know what you can say to me? You can say bye.
I just want to say one more thing to you.
One more thing. I'm going to give you one more thing. Go ahead on.
All I want to say is, this nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, your sister Robin out of D.C. put me up to...
Oh, that gonna make me... You know what? I don't even hear y'all show. I listen to the show on the internet. And this bitch... Oh, you wait till I talk to her ass.
All right, Mr. Dale, but listen, before you go, can you tell me, what is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, nephew Tommy.
You knew you didn't run into nobody,
I
huh?
knew damn well I ain't hit nobody, because I be trying to plug my stuff out there for, so won't nobody hit me, you know?
All right.
Bye.
And there you have it. You hit my car.
Yeah, that's what you do right there.
Bet you won't do that
Yes,
anymore.
sir.
You talking about the cross-eyed blankety blank cross the
Yes.
hall. That's what you talking about?
That's exactly who I'm talking about.
Okay, all right.
I'm the only blue Mustang out there right now.
Camry.
Right now.
Camry,
Right
yeah,
now.
Camry.
Yes.
November the 12th is the date. Surgery
man?
will take place.
Tommy.
Yeah.
What?
You really gonna do it, man?
Yeah, I'm finna get it out the way, man. It's been over 5 years. I should have been done it.
Oh, goodness.
I can't call my wife in there.
All
at
right,
that moment.
you
I
know
can't.
what? We don't have time to delve into this any further than this, all right? Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment and national news for you right after this.
Jackie! Come here!
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
As we reported before, a number of fires have firefighters and California residents they're on edge. Everyone is, as the Kincaid and Getty fires continue to rage. Hollywood stars are among the thousands of residents forced to evacuate their homes amid the blaze. Celebrity evacuees include LeBron James, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and more, many of which are taking to social media to share updates. As they seek refuge, the stars are thanking the best firefighters in the world for putting their lives on the line to protect Californians from the blaze. That is correct right there. Rolling power outages, which have been ordered by Pacific Gas and Electric to reduce the risk of more wildfires, is leaving close to 1 million people in the dark. Weather conditions aren't expected to improve for at least another couple of days. Strong winds and dry air will continue to fan the flames, and we are definitely praying for our neighbors in California.
It's close. My son's home had to be evacuated, and
Wow.
Oh, really, Steve?
he had to get out. It's way too. It's just a lot going on, man. But like I tell people all the time, it's property. You can get some more property. Don't stay and try to fight no flames. Those ambers with these winds, get out of there. That's
They
what
blow,
happens.
man.
You have a lot of sporadic fires because that wind blow them ambers and the roof catch on fire, and a house next to it might not be, but then it blow over a block over in that house on fire. And we don't have enough firefighters to fight all this because the containment is so much that's ablaze. So please pay attention, very, very close attention to these announcements of evacuation.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
you lived in Texas, and you know how we have flood insurance. And that's all I really know about because I grew up in Texas. Do they have insurance for stuff like that?
Yeah, they have
insurance?
they have fire, but it's a lot of people are having a real hard time in certain sections collecting on the fire money. There's people suing. Yeah, it's a lot of people suing companies. I can't tell you all the reasons why, but some people are very, very slow in being told that they won't receive benefits because you got to, pay attention to what type of fire that it is, because insurance companies are tricky, man. They have loopholes. So everybody that has homeowners insurance, right, doesn't necessarily get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know a partner of mine whose house caught on fire because of the fires, but the ambers blew over and his neighbor's house caught on fire, which caught his house on fire. He was fighting to get the wild nature fire, whatever they have. I don't really know. I've never lost a house by fire.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but not everybody.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's not automatic coverage. Just like flooding is not always.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Water damage is not always covered. You got to really know what type of coverage you have.
Yeah. And can
this
we
is a
just
good
say
time
another
to
shout
brush
out
up
to
on
the firefighters, because they do
Yes.
an awesome job. They really, really do.
They take a risk, man.
Man,
That's a
Yeah,
serious
they
job
do.
right
They
there.
do.
Yeah.
All day, all night.
Anytime. They're out there.
Yeah.
You know.
And Steve, that was what you said, because it's a good time for everyone to brush up on their insurance policies, to know what they're covered, what they have, whatever part of the country that you live in, because you got fires on the West Coast, you got hurricanes, tornadoes in the Midwest, blizzards, flooding.
Yeah.
You need to know
Whatever natural
what your
disaster
coverage
it is.
Yeah.
is.
It really is. And to
'Cause
what extent. And the fine
Yeah.
print is hurting a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of
because
people.
these natural disasters is
so-
like the new norm now.
Let me
Yeah.
get this right,
Yep,
though.
yep. That's what California Governor Gavin Newsom was saying. Yeah, this is crazy.
One of those flurries can catch his house on fire. If he the house next door,
I'm just using that as an example for everybody to know what your coverage is and thoroughly understand and ask questions, because it's a lot of people right now that's suing who are homeless. There is a mayor, I wish I could think of him because I just saw him on LA TV the other day. It's a mayor that's still running his business, but he's living in back of his business because his home was burned down in a fire, and he's suing the insurance company because they won't pay his benefits.
Wow.
It's a lot. You have to know what you have. Flooding and water insurance is very, very. It's different.
Tricky.
And
flooding.
it's in addition. Flood insurance is an addition to what you
Oh, yeah,
already have
definitely.
with your property. It's not included, like you're saying, Steve. You got to know what you have.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, well,
You wouldn't
definitely
believe the
prayers
amount
going
of
up.
people that's in fights with insurance companies thinking they were covered for a certain type of thing that happened to their home, find out it's not.
Yeah.
So, you have to pay attention.
Yeah. And according to the Chicago Tribune, in a twist on carpool karaoke, Kanye West and his 100-plus member choir sang on his airplane on Monday's The Late Late Show with James Corden. The setup went like this. James Corden's flight back to L.A. was canceled, so he hitched a ride with Kanye. Kanye offered Corden the dreaded middle seat on the plane, but it may well have been the best seat in the house because they were jamming and rocking on the plane. Performing Jesus Walks and more. Take a listen to this.
To the hustlers, killers, murderers, drug dealers, even the strippers. Jesus walks with them. To the victims of welfare, for we living in hell here. Hell yeah. Jesus walks with them. Now hear me, wanna see thee more clearly. I know he hear me when my feet get weary, cause we're the almost nearly extinct. We rappers as role models, we rap, we don't think. I ain't here to argue about his facial features. We're here to turn atheists into believers. I'm just trying to say the way school need teachers, the way Catholic needed reasons. That's the way I need Jesus.
Wow.
He was getting it,
Man. Yes, he was. Kanye told James Corden that following his mental health crisis, he felt like he needed to start a church, and that's what he did. All right, coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we're going to talk about trending sports news, the World Series, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Tommy, Carla, and Junior, congratulations. Well, you guys almost had it. You almost had it. I mean, you did
That ain't
well.
congratulations. I almost had it. That don't go together.
I know, but you did well, though. You did well.
We lost. Hell, that ain't
Here's
congratulations.
crying about you ain't in Cleveland.
Yes, I was trying to make you feel better.
What's the Cleveland comparison, though? What's the Cleveland comparison?
There is none.
I mean, you guys got there at least, you know?
But we got one more shot
game.
now. It
One
ain't
more
over
game.
with.
Yeah, Game 6 was
It
last
ain't
night
over
of the
with.
World Series.
Yeah.
We lost that one. But tomorrow, all right, Halloween night, we finna scare the hell out of them and win this thing. Okay, this game 7. Okay, we finna do something. Minute Maid Park, Houston, Texas. Let's go. Man, we right there.
I'm
I
nervous.
got a
We right- I
suggestion
can
for y'all,
feel it.
Tommy.
Huh?
What's the suggestion, Steve?
I got a
Come on.
suggestion for y'all.
What's
Why
that?
don't y'all dress up as champions?
I like it. Yes, and claim it. Yes, that works.
That's
Let's
actually
go,
nice.
Joe.
Good answer, Steve.
Now,
Good
what
answer.
a champion look like?
I don't know. We ain't had one in Cleveland, so I can't tell you. So I don't know what to tell you.
Cleveland in the bill.
How the hell they look. I ain't
Didn't the
seen no
Indians win
champions.
one year?
Man, hell no.
Oh, in the movie Major League, they did. I remember that.
Thanks a lot, Junior.
In the
Remember that
movie.
movie? Wild Thing.
Oh, yeah, that was
Remember?
with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody see that.
Y'all won in the movie.
Yeah, that was
so
make-believe, though.
But why
Not
is he
real
so
life.
depressing
He
talking
mad.
about Cleveland
I
sports?
know, he's so,
Why?
quiet.
Sad.
You got to be dedicated to be a fan in
depressed.
Cleveland.
2016, LeBron James
Here we go. Listen to this.
and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We haven't had a championship in Cleveland since 1964. I was 7.
Wow.
It wasn't even. Yeah.
The Cavaliers won't win ever again.
Ever.
What about the Browns, Steve?
Don't be so down.
You seen what's happening to them this year?
There's hope with the Browns, right?
All our
really
hope
do.
went out the window with that loss to New England.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jim Brown. Okay.
Oh, wow, Shirley. You went way back, huh?
With all that said,
that's
pray
what he
for
was
us
gonna
tomorrow.
say.
Okay, we
Yeah,
need it. Okay,
for sure. For
tomorrow,
come
H-Town,
on,
baby.
Strohs.
Minute Maid Park.
I'm not
Come on,
finna
Astro.
pray for the baseball game. I'm just gonna be real with you.
Well, root for me then.
All right, listen, coming up at 34 after the hour, Steve Harvey is in Dubai, and he's balling. You know he's balling. He'll tell us about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So, Steve Harvey, we all know that you are a world traveler Where are you now, and what is going on? What is this about?
Well,
what are you doing in Dubai, Steve?
I'm in Dubai. I'm actually in another Emirates location called Sharjah. I'm in Sharjah, which is just outside of Dubai, for the Sharjah International Book Fair. I was the special guest invited over for that. His Highness the Sheikh Sultan of Sharjah invited me over. Education is real big with him, and books. And so the book fair is international. It's every major book publisher, anything to do with books is here in Sharjah this weekend. Over 2,000 representatives from the book world of business. And so they invited me over as their special guest of Your Highness, the Sheikh Sultan. And my wife and I are here. And so this morning is when it all jumps off, this morning. And so right after I get off the air, I go to work.
Steve, how you get over there? Did you do Emirates?
Yeah, Emirates.
Dog, that's my bucket list, dog. First class Emirates. That's on my list. First class Emirates.
From LA, it was about almost a little over 16 hours. And,
But you say you love those long flights, right, Steve?
Man, my kids be amazed at me. Dad, you don't need the Wi-Fi code for what? My phone is in this compartment over here. I ain't look at my phone.
That's when you chill and relax on the long flights, huh?
I watch movies, man. Let me tell you something. I watched on this flight some stuff you would have never thought. First of all, I watched the documentary I Am Bolt. It's the Usain Bolt story.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed that, man. That's a bad boy. When you really look at that documentary to see what all he went through, how in the world do you win 3 Olympic golds in a row in the 100 and the 200?
Yeah.
That's 12 years of the fastest man on the planet.
Yeah.
And man, what he did and the way they train, it ain't like the U.S. They don't have all that in Jamaica. They just bring speed over there. So I watched his documentary. I also watched a documentary on this thing called Bros, which is these 2 white kids from London who had a boy band I had never heard of. I accidentally started watching it because I couldn't hit the switch, but it was pretty good. Then I watched the movie, what's that movie, Shirley, about the band Queen?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, right.
Watch Bohemian.
Hey, man, can I tell you something?
It was good.
I was stunned. That was
Freddie
a
Mercury was a bad boy.
good movie, man. That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
You know, how they came up with all them songs, his life story was really interesting. And,
wow, you saw Bohemian Rhapsody? I'm in shock.
Rose.
You up,
When you got 17 hours, you watch a lot of stuff you wouldn't regularly watch.
So is it true you can take a shower on that flight, Steve?
Yeah, take a shower.
Can you?
Yeah, all you got to do is order the time you want to take the shower.
Told you
and
he
they
was
make the shower
Bahala.
available. It's really nice. It's not like a regular bathroom on a regular airline. They have those, but not up there in that class. They got showers. I'm talking about the bathroom. You open the door, you ain't got to bend over. You can walk around. The toilet is away from the sink. You know, they got a little dressing area. They got hangers in there. You know, they lay mats out for you. Take a shower. They disinfect the shower after each person. It's really nice flight. Big 27-inch TV. Your doors can shut, so you kind of like in a closed-in cabin. You know, with no top on it. And you got your own refreshment bar. I'm going to be a spokesperson for this damn airline. I keep flying.
Before it's all over.
Sounds like that's what you're doing right now. Yeah.
For no check, so let me shut up.
Well, how's the weather where you are, Steve? What's the weather like?
Hot.
How hot? I mean, what are we talking about?
How hot?
Yeah.
It's going to be 100 today.
What?
100
All right.
today.
You need some sunblock.
Yeah.
I need no sunblock.
right, listen.
I'm in the car and out. I ain't outside.
All right, thank you, Steve. Nephew Tommy is here with today's prank phone call. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, My husband's behavior is bugging me. My husband's behavior is bugging me. But right now, the nephew in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Girl Scout cookies.
Really?
Okay.
Girl Scout cookies. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hello, my feet.
Who's this?
Hey, how you doing, man? My name is Glenn, man. I work in Building 2. You work for Media, right?
Yeah, what's going on?
So we probably met a couple times. Do you have a girl? You have a girlfriend?
Why? What's up?
You guys live together or what?
What is this your business? Like, what's the deal? Why are you asking about my girl?
Well, let me ask you this here. What's going on with you and at the job?
What do you mean? What's going on with like?
I mean, you know, right?
I mean, so what? Like, what's the deal? Who are you? Like, who the are you? Like, what is this for? Like, why you? Like, I don't even know you, bro.
Just calm down, bro. Just calm down. Like I say, my name is Glenn. I work in Building 2, you know, and I know. I'm just telling you now. I know what you and doing. Okay, I know what y'all doing at the job. I already know, and a couple other people know what's going on. And I know you got a girl. I know you got a girl at home. I know that.
What is this about? Like, why you call my phone trying to harass me about some bull? Like, who are you? Like, what is your problem? Like,
hey man, hey, calm down, man. I ain't trying to tell you a little secret or nothing like that. I ain't trying to do that. All right, but I'm gonna be real with you. Okay, like I said, I got one of your names. I got your number from one of the coworkers. Okay, I got your number. I said, hey, I want to give the call. I need to talk to him about something. That's how I got your number. So
yeah, who gave it to you?
We'll get to that later. Okay, we'll get to that later. But let me say this though. I know what's going on with you and to the job. All right, and I ain't finna say nothing about it. You know, that's just our little secret or whatever. But I do have something that I want you to do though.
What do you want, dude? Like, what the do you want? You call me bugging me about and all this bull. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Well, here it is, man. Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing about what you got going on. All right, that ain't even. I don't even care about that. But here's what I do want you to do. I do need some help from you. All right, listen, my little girl is selling Girl Scout cookies. And I want you to buy 50 boxes of them, all right, via Cash App because she got to have them sold by tomorrow morning.
Are you kidding me? Dude, bro, so you on some blackmail bull. And listen, dude, who the gave you my number? Because you going to call me, ask me to buy some cookies, and you should just be a man and ask me about it. Like, don't be calling my phone trying to give me that bull. Like, come on, man. Like, I ain't got no time for this. Like,
all I'm asking you to do is buy some damn cookies, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I just want you to buy some cookies. I need you to buy 50 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Can you do that or not?
No. You ain't gonna call and try to manipulate me into buying, like, you're talking and you're trying to make me buy. So I ain't gonna do nothing for you. Disrespecting me, calling my phone, trying to act like you, like, just trying to manipulate. I ain't down with that, bro. I ain't down with that.
Well, let me ask you, so you don't want to buy my cookies, though. So do you want me to call your girl and see if she'll buy my cookies?
Bro, you better stay the away from my girl, man. Like, don't come near her, okay? You don't call her. You don't come near her. You don't come near me. You just need to get the out of here. I'm about to start 69. They figure out who you are and come right after you, man. Like, because I ain't playing, bro. I ain't playing.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, man. I ain't going to argue with you. But I'll get off the phone right now. I'll get off right now, and I'm going to call your girl. I'm going to call your girl and see if she want to buy some cookies.
No. You ain't calling nobody. You just get you get. I swear to God, I'm gonna find out who you are. I'm gonna find out who gave you that number. I'm gonna call you up. Like, you don't call me trying to harass me.
Okay, hey man, hey, you know what, Adrian? Cool. We still talking about it. All right, I'm gonna get the
right
phone like you. So I'll get off the phone like you want me to, Adrian. I'll do that. But let me ask you this though. You sure you want me to call? You sure you want me to do that? Right? Ain't that her name?
Man, you yourself an individual. All right, look, how much are these cookies? How much you want?
Hey, man, Tommy told me you would buy the cookies.
Tommy?
Yeah. Tommy told me you would buy the cookies.
Tommy?
Hey man, check this out. This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your coworker got me to prank phone call you.
Oh my God! I'ma kill him. Damn! I was so shit, bro.
Oh God! So listen, Adrian. We have beeped all the names, so nobody knows the names at all. Okay? You're good, bro. You're good.
All right, man. You got me. Oh God! I'ma take a nap, man. I just used up all my energy. I'm done. Oh God! Like,
hey, what you got?
I am gonna you up, man. I can't believe you got me on this for real.
Tell me this, man. One more thing before we go, H. What's the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man, which is what he's got playing every morning. God. Kill me, bro.
Anybody? What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? Which one you want?
Man.
Thin Mints, baby.
Them Thin Mints?
Mints and the peanut butter ones.
Oh. Shortbread?
Thin Mints and the peanut butter.
Right.
And the lemonade.
Oh, yeah, those lemon ones are good. I forgot about those.
Man.
Pretty much all of them, Tony.
Yeah, I like all of them, pretty much.
Pretty much all of
And when
them.
it's time
Y'all ain't throwing none of them away. That's evidently, right?
But you notice they
No,
sit up
you
at
can
all
put
your
the
favorite places when they time to sell. They sit up everywhere you like to go.
Yeah.
Oh, grocery store, they right front and center.
Right in front of the grocery store. You're right.
They're smart.
And then you can
You
put
have
those
to
Thin
get them
Mints in the
Girl Scout
freezer.
cookies, though.
Got
You got to get them
Why?
cookies.
Why
It's
you say that,
Why you
precious.
say that, Steve?
Can't keep walking by them little girls, man. You
Yeah,
gotta buy
they-
the damn cookie.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Steve. Oh,
And they know you, too.
They get you, too.
oh, man. Oh, my God, Mommy and Steve Harvey. Get the cookies.
Yeah, you got to buy a case.
Oh, dog, I bought this one little Girl Scout out.
Oh, that's so cool.
What, all flavors? All kinds?
I don't care. I ain't finna eat all that.
Yeah.
Shirley, were you a Girl Scout?
I was never a Girl Scout. My brother was a Boy Scout, but I was.
Shirley was in the house, Carla. You.
I was a Girl Scout.
Carla,
I
you
just
wasn't at the
asked. She
funeral.
could have been.
You missed the funeral, Carla. You didn't get to hear how the family just let us know. She wouldn't come out the house.
No, none of that.
Oh.
She was bumpy.
She could have been a Girl Scout. It was just a question. I was a Girl Scout. I was just asking.
She went to charm school now. She went there. She went to charm school.
Definitely.
She walked with the book on her head. She did all of that.
All of that.
But outside
He's
playing
answering
with the
for
rest
you,
of the kids.
Nah.
Anyway.
Girl Scout was cool.
Anyway,
They had
thank
no
you,
problem
Tommy. Up next, Strawberry Letter. Subject, my husband's behavior is bugging me. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on sex, on dating, work, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter, okay? We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. All right?
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
All right, thank you, nephew. Subject, my husband's behavior is bugging me. Dear Steve and Shirley, I have a problem that's bugging me. My husband has always been attracted to big butts and a smile, and his girls before me were very ratchet. Recently, he's been telling me that he is taking odd jobs across town for extra money. He's been a carpenter by trade. He is a carpenter by trade and a handyman on the side. I haven't seen any of the extra money. So I got suspicious. I know he likes the company of other women, but I thought that was in his past. Well, one evening when I was lying in bed, I noticed a few black spots on his pillow and along the top of our bed. I inspected further and realized they were bed bugs. I checked my body and I noticed a few marks on my arms, up by my shoulders, and I went to the doctor and found out that they were definitely bed bugs, but it wasn't a bad case. I called my husband and asked him to come straight home after work because I figured he brought the bugs home. He came home and I noticed he had the same pattern of red spots on his neck, his shoulders, and down both arms. I told him that they were bed bugs and I accused him of bringing them into the house. He told me they may have come from one of the houses where he did some plumbing work. I didn't believe him. So the next night, I followed him. He drove straight to the ghetto, parked his truck, and went inside an apartment without knocking. I knew then that he was spending time with a nasty female, and he must have brought her bed bugs home with him. I texted him and told him I was on to him, and he didn't respond. Now he's ignoring me because I've asked him to leave his clothes outside when he comes home. He swears he's just doing a little extra work to make ends meet. I'm tempted to keep snooping because I think he's lying. What should I do? This is really bugging me, and I need answers. Please help. Well, I mean, if you're tempted to keep snooping, you know what happens when you snoop. You find stuff. If you think he's lying, if that's what your intuition is telling you, you're probably going to find something. But you know what? I don't like what you've done here, though. I think you've made a sweeping generalization about the ghetto. I think it's stereotyping at its worst. You're saying, just because your husband went to the ghetto to do some work, supposedly he brought home bed bugs and all of that about the nasty female. I just don't think you should say that. I mean, really, come on with this one. Who knows? He probably is cheating. Since you say he's doing odd jobs, he went to this woman's house. He went in without knocking, so there's some familiarity there. You haven't seen any money with these so-called odd jobs, so something is going on. It's definitely cause for concern, I'd say. But what really is a problem for me in all of this are these darn bed bugs. I mean, it's making me itch just reading this letter. You've got to get rid of them, to do something to get rid of them. And if you keep snooping and find out that your husband's been cheating, you probably need to get rid of him too. Steve?
Well,
it's a kind of crazy one. I know.
I really don't want to respond to this letter because I really don't care.
Right.
I got a problem that's bugging me. That's how she opened the letter. And then at the end of the letter, this is really bugging me, and I need answers. Is you writing jokes? Because it sounded to me like you wrote this letter trying to be, clever. Now, you open up your letter telling me how your husband been attracted to big butts and smiles, and all these girls before me was very ratchet. Well, okay. I'm going to assume that you have a small butt now. That's what I'm going to assume. And I'm going to assume that you're bougie. So you're a little booty woman that's bougie. He like big butt girls that's ratchet. All his girls been up till he got you. Now he done told you he done started taking odd jobs across town for extra money because he's a carpenter and a handyman. But you ain't seen none of the extra money, so I got suspicious. Then you say in the letter that you know he likes the company of other women. Why are y'all married? You're married to a man who you said likes big butts and ratchet. You, I'm assuming the way you wrote this letter, have a small butt and is bougie. Then you said you know he likes the company of other women, meaning other than you. So you're never surprised throughout this letter. It's what throws me off. But you thought it was in his past. Then you was laying in the bed and noticed some black spots on his pillow and along the top of our bed. I have never seen a bed bug, but I ain't know they was black spots. You could be on to something. I thought that you made leech and ticks. I don't know what you got in your bed, but They bed bugs, and you checked your body, and you noticed these marks and everything. You went to the doctor. He said they definitely bed bugs, but it wasn't a bad case. What is a good case of bed bugs?
2, 3.
Yeah, how don't you? It ain't a bad case. What's a good case of animals in your bed?
They're animals.
Yeah, because they was just on your neck and shoulders. That's all right. Now if they was down there by your booty,
she's gotta go.
which you can't take no bud bites on your booty according to your letter, because you have such a small one.
Little booty. Little booty.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 after the hour. Today's subject, my husband's behavior is bugging me. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject. My husband's behavior is bugging me.
Yeah. This lady done got a husband that like big butts and ratchet women. All his women before you was big bootied and ratchet. Now all of a sudden he got you. I'm assuming due to the letter you got a small booty and you're bougie. Well, then you told us that you know that your husband, being a carpenter, was trying to make extra money, but he has a thing for other women. He likes the company of other women, but you thought that was in his past. Well, you noticed some black spots on his pillow on top of the bed. You realized that they was bed bugs.
What?
Yeah. And then you checked your body and noticed you had some marks on your arms and shoulders. Then you go to some doctor and found out they was bed bugs, but it wasn't a bad case.
She's so calm.
I never had, man.
She's calm through this whole letter. It wasn't a bad case. Like I said before, what's a good case of bed bugs?
How many is that?
Yeah. Because, you just had them on your neck and shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So you're assuming that this is a bad case. You say it wasn't a bad case. So let's move on. He came home, and you figured that he brought the bed bugs home. He came home, and you noticed that he had the same pattern of red spots on his neck, his shoulders, and down both his arms. I told him they was bed bugs, and then you accused him of bringing them into the house. Well, you don't know how they got there, but since you accused him, he told you could be from one of the houses he was working in, where he did some plumbing work. Because I don't know about you, but most plumbing ain't by the bed. Hard to find bed bugs under the sink. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they can be. They can be in furniture, though. I didn't believe him, so the next night I followed him. He drove straight to the ghetto, parked his truck, and went inside an apartment without knocking. The ghetto?
Yeah.
I knew then that he was spending time with a nasty female, and he must have brought her bed bugs home with him. I'm trying to figure out who this woman is that watches her man go in a door without knocking and don't go in behind him. Now, I'm assuming something else. I'm assuming that, first of all, you have a little butt. I'm assuming that you are bougie. And I'm assuming that you scared. Is this a black woman writing this letter?
Sound like
Ghetto?
You follow
I
your
think
man
so.
to the ghetto, watch him go in a house, he don't even knock on the door, and you sitting in the truck. What you doing?
Yeah.
You know the hell that would break loose in that house? Boy, I said, so anyway, I knew then he was spending time with a nasty female, and he must have brought her bed bugs home with him. So now here's what she did. I texted him and told him I was on to him, and he didn't respond. Girl, didn't you just say he be doing plumbing work? Now, if he in there plumbing, how is he going to text you while he plumbing?
If he piping.
He in there piping, all up under your sink, seeing what's wrong. He piping and plumbing. He ain't got time to text you back. I'm starting to think this is not a black woman in this letter right now. I text him, told him I was on to him, and he didn't respond. Now he ignoring me because I didn't ask him to leave his clothes outside when he come home. Wait a minute, hold on. Whoa. You watch the man. Wait. You watched your man go into the house of what you say is another woman without knocking. Without knocking. Mm-hmm. Go in the house. You text him. He don't text you back. When he come home, you tell him to leave his clothes outside. Yeah. Leave your clothes outside. You can wear them clothes. I know, right? They're going to have so many bullet holes in them. My wife is shooting the bed bugs off of me. He swears he just doing a little extra work to make ends meet. I'm tempted to keep snooping. Oh, yeah, that's what you need to do. Find out some more. See if that's the only house he going over to the ghetto to get. Because I think he's lying. What should I do? This is really bugging me and I need answers. Lady, you done followed him. He drove you to somebody's house. Went in without knocking. Now, this could be an old customer. Maybe somebody left the door open, told him to do the piping while they was at work. What you want to find out? See, you don't want to believe them. But see, your problem is don't nothing upset you. You got bed bugs. That wasn't bad. He like other women. I thought that was in the past. He like ratchet women with big behinds. Mm-hmm. I got a small booty and I'm bougie.
She did not say that in the letter.
That's what she might as well say. You drove to the ghetto. You stay in the suburbs. You all down in the ghetto. Finna get your ass whooped. Mm-hmm. Follow him to some more people's houses. That's
All right. Listen, post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 after the hour, this is a serious story, guys. UFC fighter Walt Harris's stepdaughter, Anaya Haley Blanchard, is missing, and he's asking for your help to find her. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Simply delicious, Marcus. I keep telling you, Vaughn, she should take some cooking lessons from you. All she do is cook pork. I bet we eating everything on the pig, from the rooter to the tutor.
The whole pig, huh?
Mm-hmm. Just spin, huh? Now, Marcus, I hear a girl's office got you with. Why don't you reverse it? Don't be whip that. Look, bang, 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 bang.
Hey guys, this is sad news. Actor and comedian John Witherspoon, whose first roles were on 1970 shows such as Barnaby Jones and the Richard Pryor Show, also known for his role as Craig's dad in the Friday films, Pops on the Wayans Brothers Show, and Gerard's dad in the hit movie Boomerang, has passed away. Mr. Witherspoon's family released a statement saying, "It is with deepest sorrow that we can confirm our beloved husband and father, John Witherspoon, one of the hardest working men in show business, died today at his home in Sherman Oaks at the age of 77. John Witherspoon, who was born in Detroit in 1942, started his career as a stand-up comic and continued to play clubs throughout his life. In the 70s, John Witherspoon appeared in Good Times, What's Happening, and The Incredible Hulk, among others. And like I said earlier, he became a regular on the Richard Pryor Show. Years later, he had recurring roles in the Wayans Brothers and the Tracy Morgan Show. He also voiced Robert Granddad Freeman in the animated sitcom The Boondocks, which wrapped in 2014. However, in May, Witherspoon said the show and his character were set for a revival. Mr. John Witherspoon is survived by his wife, Angela, and two sons, J.D. and Alexander. The family said they were in shock over his death and asked for privacy. Mr. Witherspoon used to say, "I'm no big deal," but he was a big deal to us, the family said in their statement. Our condolences going out to the family and friends and fans of John Witherspoon. We will miss you, Pops. John Witherspoon, a legend.
What's that for?
Protection.
Protection? Protection from who?
Yeah, Smokey. I got to walk Smokey down to his house.
Oh, man. Your mother and I never would have moved in this neighborhood if we had known you need a gun to walk down the damn street.
You know how it is around here.
Oh, no, son. That's not the way it is.
You kids today are nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This is what makes you a man. When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, guys, tomorrow, Thursday, is Halloween. And when the trick-or-treaters knock on your door, what will you be putting in their bags this year? According to data from thecandystore.com, based on 12 years of sales, guess what the best-selling candy in the U.S. is?
Reese.
Oh, wait a minute.
Buttercups. Reese's Buttercups.
Nope. No chocolate involved at all.
No chocolate?
What?
Yeah.
The number one
For the
selling
best
candy bar was no.
The best selling, not the favorite candy or the best tasting, the best selling candy.
Best selling. Oh, so that's a difference. That's different than best.
Oh, that's got to be candy corn.
Nope.
You and this candy corn.
Nope, not candy corn.
Well, you
I'll
gotta
give you a
get this
hint.
survey in. Go ahead.
Peppermint.
Taste the rainbow.
Skittles?
Yes,
Skittles.
Skittles.
Yeah.
Skittles is the best-selling candy in the U.S.
I don't even know if I've ever had Skittles. I think maybe once. The little hard pieces of candy.
Yeah, when I was
Yep,
10.
the colorful.
Ain't
Yeah.
nobody eating that.
Well,
man.
that's who eat candy, junior kids.
Yeah, well, last time I had Skittles.
But some people don't like chocolate, so I could see that. I could see Skittles selling
Yeah.
like that.
All right,
Yeah.
now.
You don't
okay.
like chocolate, but you like Skittles. Get out of here.
All right. So Skittles is the best-selling candy in the U.S. That's according to candystore.com. All right. Now, what is the favorite candy in the country?
Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yes,
Cup, they got
Steve.
to be.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
Steve, you were
Yes, it
right on
is.
that
You're
one.
right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we keep talking about this for.
So
Is that your favorite, Reese's?
Hell yeah, Reese's peanut butter cup and York peppermint patties.
really?
Wow,
Hell
Steve.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so according to candystore.com, the best-selling Halloween candies, number 1 is Skittles. Number 2, Steve, is Reese's Cup. Number
Corn
3,
candy. Corn candy.
it's candy corn anyway. Number 3 is M&M's. Number 4 is Snickers. Number 5 is Starburst. Here you go,
Snickers is
Steve.
fourth?
Snickers is 4th. Isn't that surprising?
That's too far back.
I know. That's my number 1.
But you're talking about sales, though.
Selling,
So you're talking
selling,
about
best-selling
selling,
candy.
What people are buying. Okay.
Yeah. Number
Well,
6
they
is
bang
candy
you.
corn, Steve.
Thank you, Jesus.
Number 7 is an old favorite, hot tamales.
Hot tamales.
Number 8
Who buy
is
that?
Toots. I know.
I
But
was never into that.
number 8, though, is Tootsie Pops.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Number
Ain't
4
no Hershey's
number
Kiss in there nowhere.
Wait, hold on. Number 9 is Sour Patch Kids. Number 10, Tommy, here you go. Hershey's. Okay?
Thank you.
But Sour
Yeah.
Patch Kids is ahead of Hershey's?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
because
just
that's
hate
all
to
my
leave
daughter and
all
her
the
friends
junk.
eat.
Kids
That's all
love
they eat is Sour
yeah.
Patch Kids. Yeah,
Yep.
they love those candies. Yeah.
I was a chocolate kid from a kid on up. I loved chocolate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm chocolate.
Yeah.
Why
So-
y'all sound so sad about this
I
candy?
know, this
though?
is candy.
Because mine ain't
'Cause
where I
they're
want it to
mad.
be. My
Yeah.
Snickers 4.
Dang.
Yeah,
It
it's
need
not
to
what
be
we
the
I
want.
top
wanted
3.
anything with sugar in it.
Okay.
I didn't
let's
give a
have
damn
fun
what
with
it
this.
was.
Yeah. But could you mix your sweets though? Like I couldn't eat a candy bar with a soda. I couldn't do that. I don't
What?
like mixing my sweets. 'Cause one
Shirley,
kid, they
I went to the
cancel
store
it
every
out.
day to get a Hostess cherry pie and an RC Cola.
No, that's
That
too
was my
much.
whole
put-
goal.
You couldn't do that, Shirley?
Could you put salt on your watermelon, Shirley?
Probably not.
No,
Probably
sorry.
not, Tommy.
Is
No.
that
Could
a
you put
thing?
sugar on your grapefruit? You couldn't do that
He didn't
either?
do that either, Tommy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did that if I ever ate grapefruit.
Steve, any condiment, anything.
We had to make a
Sugar
dish
in your
out of
milk.
everything. I done put sugar on 2 slices of bread, shut it, and ate it.
and be happy.
Sugar sandwich.
And you shut this
swinging
candy
under the
combo
table.
down. All right. Coming up, more music, more fun on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We'll be back at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Dave Chappelle received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor Sunday night at the Kennedy Center in Washington. Lorne Michaels, Jon
Nice.
Stewart. Yes, congratulations to him. He's so funny. Tiffany Haddish, John Legend, Bradley Cooper, and Morgan Freeman paid tribute to Dave Chappelle during the ceremony.
Wow.
God, I wish I was there. Which it's going to air January 7th on PBS. I will be watching. Yes.
We know that.
Uh-huh. Oh, God. I'm so excited.
But it's about Dave Chappelle, Shirley, not Morgan.
Huh?
Not Morgan
Dave.
Freeman.
I want to see Morgan
It's
Freeman go
about
out there and tell a joke.
He
That's
could be
about-
funny, Steve.
He normally
seen
God, Shirley.
Never
He
seen
has
it.
done more roles than just God. He did Joe
God,
Clark
like-
and Lean on Me.
Oh, he was hysterical.
He was hollering.
Shawshank Redemption. Come on now.
Oh,
He's done
that
great
was
movies.
so funny. Oh my God.
Do I sense
Oh
a
my
little
God.
hate?
Shawshank Redemption and
was
Joe
hilarious.
Clark,
He was-
Lean on Me, the funniest. Oh my God.
Listen, I'm
You
getting
smoke
offended,
crack, don't you,
guys.
Sam?
Tommy, you got him
Lock
down.
the doors, change them. The enemy is hell.
That's it.
Yes.
I'm really
Oh,
getting
that was
offended,
so
guys.
funny, Shirley. Oh my God. Morgan Freeman
Anyway,
is hysterical.
Morgan Freeman is going to be there to pay tribute to the legend that is Dave Chappelle. So congratulations to Dave Chappelle and to Morgan Freeman. More of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after the hour. You haters, Morgan Freeman haters. We'll be back right after
Nobody
this.
hating.
I love you,
Congratulations,
Morgan.
David Chappelle.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
As we reported before, a number of fires have firefighters and California residents. They're on edge. Everyone is, as the Kincaid and Getty fires continue to rage. Hollywood stars are among the thousands of residents forced to evacuate their homes amid the blaze. Celebrity evacuees include LeBron James, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and more, many of which are taking to social media to share updates. As they seek refuge, the stars are thanking the best firefighters in the world for putting their lives on the line to protect Californians from the blaze. That is correct right there. Rolling power outages, which have been ordered by Pacific Gas and Electric to reduce the risk of more wildfires, is leaving close to 1 million people in the dark. Weather conditions aren't expected to improve for at least another couple of days. Strong winds and dry air will continue to fan the flames, and we are definitely praying
Man,
for our neighbors in
messed
California.
Up, man. It's close. My son's home had to be evacuated, and
Wow.
Oh, really, Steve?
you know, yeah, he had to get out. It's way too. It's just a lot going on, man. But like I tell people all the time, it's property. You can get some more property. Don't stay and try to fight no flames. Those ambers with these winds, get out of there. That's
They
what
blow,
happens.
man.
You have a lot of
Yeah.
sporadic fires because that wind blow them ambers and the roof catch on fire, and a house next to it might not be, but then it blow over a block over, and that house on fire. And we don't have enough firefighters to fight all this because the containment is so much that's ablaze. So please pay attention, very, very close attention to these announcements of evacuation.
Hey,
Yeah.
you lived in Texas, and you know how we have flood insurance. And that's all I really know about because I grew up in Texas. Do they have insurance for stuff like that?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
get
they have,
fire
yeah,
insurance?
they have fire, but it's a lot of people are having a real hard time in certain sections collecting on the fire money. There's people suing. Yeah, it's a lot of people suing companies. I can't tell you all the reasons why, but some people are very, very slow in being told that they won't receive benefits because you got to, excuse me, pay attention to what type of fire that it is because they, insurance companies are tricky, man. They have loopholes. So everybody that
So
has
what
a
caused
homeowner's
the fire?
insurance,
Yeah.
right, doesn't necessarily get it. Like I know a partner of mine whose house caught on fire because of the fires, but the ambers blew over and his neighbor's house caught on fire, which caught his house on fire. He was fighting to get the wild nature fire, whatever they have. I don't really know. I've never had a lost their house by fire.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but not everybody.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's not automatic coverage. Just like flooding is not always.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You know, water damage is not always covered. You got to really know what type of coverage you have.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, our last break of the day and some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, last break of the day. Take us home with something good. Closing remarks.
I want to just talk to you about what it really takes to make it. What it really takes to make it. Now, look, I can, sit here and tell you a bunch of stuff that, sound like I'm really into public speaking and I know all of what I'm talking about and all this here and yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, what people really want is real simple things that they can do to make it. People want to be successful, man. They really do. They don't want to not know what it's like to be happy, to be free, to be successful. They want a simpler, how should I put this? They want somebody to explain it to them and simplify it. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, guess what? I don't know if I'm the person that's qualified to make it the simplest, but let me tell you what I do know. If you want to be happy in this life, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to develop a couple of things. Now, here's the thing that I want you to understand. Most people have what it takes to be successful. But if it does not start with the belief that you can be successful, you can never bring out the qualities in you of success. Listen to me again. Everyone has it in them to be successful, but if you don't bring them out, and that starts with the belief, if you don't have the belief that you can be somebody, that you're worthy, that you're qualified, that you're capable, if you don't start with that basic belief, it can never happen. So first things first, in order to be successful and happy in this world, at whatever level you're talking about happiness, success is for you, it has to start with the belief that it is for you. I believe that I should be successful. I believe that God wants me to be prosperous. I believe that he comes to give you life and give you life more abundantly. But you got to develop some things, man. And the way to develop them is start with the belief and hang on to the belief so strong that these attributes develop themselves. Resilience. If you believe hard enough that you can be successful, that you can be happy, it will automatically start to cultivate this thing that's in all of us. It's called resilience. All y'all got it. Everybody got it. You are resilient people. All of us are resilient. Hell, if you can survive the projects, you resilient. If you can survive public schools, you resilient. If you can survive walking through gang neighborhoods because you still want an education, you resilient. If you manage to get yourself a high school diploma or a GED, you are resilient. And the more belief you have, the more these attributes you can develop. You got to be tough. You know how you get tough? You got to believe that you're tough. You got to believe that you can hang in there when all is against you. That's how you get tough. You get tough because you keep facing the test and you keep passing them. But all of that, you can't pass the test unless you believe you can. Y'all don't hear me. All of you have an inner strength. Listen to me, man. Don't you know even a homeless person has an inner strength? What is it that gets a person to live under a bridge or live in a refrigerator box or live in some of these homeless encampments? Do you know what really makes them live there? Because they have an inner strength. It's still some fiber of them that's telling them to hold on. Because if it wasn't, everybody would just get rid of themselves. Everybody would end it. But you know why people don't end it? Because you really do have an inner strength. It takes something to be homeless. All right, everybody can make a mistake, man, and wind yourself up in a situation. But homeless people have an inner strength. They have a toughness. It's tough being homeless, man. They have a resilience. Because for some reason, they just won't give up. And even though we judge them when we're driving by, look at them sitting on that corner just asking for money. They done gave up. No. It's another form of giving up. But I'm telling you, even in your darkest moments and your lowest points in your life, you have resilience, toughness, inner strength. I got news for you. It can help develop your faith, because if you believe hard enough, the Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for. That simply means that how you develop faith is really the essence of it is hope. You remember when you was little and you hope you got a bike for Christmas, and you went out there one year and the Christmas and the bike was under the tree? You remember when you used to hope you'd graduate from high school, you messed around and got a diploma? Do you remember hoping one day you'd get a job and now you working? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. But if you keep hoping hard enough and believe that something can happen, eventually that hope turns into faith. You got to have dreams and visions so big that it dwarfs all your fears. This is how you make it. I hope you got what I'm saying today.
All right, drop it, baby. Drop it.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.